Hey, welcome to History on Wheels. I'm Dave Dufour here at the RVMH Hall of Fame with the historian here at the hall, Mr. Al Hesselbart. How you doing,
Hi,
Al?
Dave.
We're inside. This is really close quarters for camping, but what are we in here?
We're in a 1956 and 57 Serro Scotty rear door camper.
There you go. These are rear door as opposed to the door on the side, which gives you a little bit more wall space to hang cabinets and things on, which you really need in this unit, doesn't it?
It does that, but also it was not a successful design, and very shortly the door was moved from the rear around to the side.
Okay, now this qualifies as a 12-foot long unit, right? But it's really shorter than that, right? And when you talk about the living space.
Living space is considerably shorter because we measure trailers from the ball hitch to the back bumper, and we can't live on the tongue.
Well, tell me a little bit about the Serro Scotty company, and then we'll talk a little bit about the trailer, which is pretty tight quarters for camping.
John Serro began in 56 and 57 to build small, garageable-sized campers.
Oh, okay.
His intent was that his campers could be put inside a conventional garage door. And he built campers through the late 50s, 60s, and into the 70s.
Okay, and they were all a fairly compact design. Most of them tended to be bigger than this, weren't they?
Yes. This was an early one, although they also built a 10-foot length unit, which was a complete teardrop camper with the kitchen on the exterior.
Yeah. Okay. Well, it's sort of a I don't know. These units have become a little bit of a cult kind of a thing. They seem to have. There's sort of a resurgence of enthusiasts that are interested in these old vehicles, refurbishing them, and there's even is there somebody making them now today?
Yes, there are several companies making retro vintage units with modern undercarriage and modern appliances in them. And they're also very popular, these vintage units, with the vintage restoring fraternity because they can be towed behind any standard automobile.
There you go. That's great. That's great. Tell me, we got some playing cards here we've been playing with, but these are old promotional playing cards from Scotty?
These are from the early 1960s Scotty playing cards. And I don't know who dealt this, but I got nothing.
I got nothing, too. We're going to be back and take another look at the interior of this trailer, so stay with us here on History on Wheels. Today's show is brought to you by Angie's List, where you'll find thousands of unbiased reports and reviews about service companies in your area. Whether you're looking for a roofer, plumber, house cleaner, dentist, or even a doctor, Angie's List members share their experiences with each other so that you can choose the service company that's right for your job. Companies can't pay to be on Angie's List, and the reviews come from people just like you who have had experience with the companies mentioned. To find out more, go to RVNN.TV and click on the Angie's List ad. Hi, we're back on History on Wheels. We're inside this Serro Scotty. What year did you tell me this was?
This is a 57.
57, okay. And these are known for compactness, and they actually made pretty good use of the space overall, but there's some kind of interesting aspects of it. It's got a cook stove over here and an ice box, no
refrigeration, hot and cold running water in the sink, and the couch upon which we're sitting does expand into more or less of a bed.
Okay. Where does this go then?
The dining table folds up against the wall and hooks to the ceiling when it goes out of the way.
Okay. Now, in water heat, there's a water heater in here somewhere, or well, I don't see it.
I don't see it.
It's from friction against the pipe from the wheel going around, right?
Just about that, and it probably is a 4-gallon water heater.
Oh, okay.
Showers were definitely out.
No, you went to the campsite bathhouse or jumped in the lake or something like that.
More likely jumped in the lake.
That's right. And, of course, this has another unusual feature, which is this step-down area in the middle.
Because it was built as a garageable low-ceiling unit, the step down in this unit allowed the cook to stand up to use the stove.
Yeah, unless she was 6 feet tall.
As long as she was 5'8" or less. That's
okay.
Being 5'8", I appreciate it.
Okay, great. All right. Well, this is a real fascinating look at one of these vintage units. Oh, we didn't mention this little deal right down here on the floor. What's going on there? This is the furnace is underneath the floor, isn't it?
Yes, this is a unique feature of trailers of this vintage, which was identified as a floor furnace. Mm-hmm. And what we have here that looks like a furnace grate is, in fact, the entire furnace is in a box, with that being the top of the box, and so it's an all-in-one heater unit.
How did they work? How well did they work? I suppose in this tight space, probably all right.
I think they put out more than enough heat for this small space.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks again for showing us this Serro Scotty 1957 unit, and thanks for joining us on History on Wheels. For more TV like this from the world of RVs, head to RVNN.TV.